Boom shakalaka, big Bitcoin price crash today. The real reason why, plus a couple reasons to just have a little bit of hope. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including the real reason for today's price crash and a little hopium for those of you who might be feeling a bit down. Before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Push that like button. Now today, fear and greed down just 1 to 49 from 50 yesterday, and over the past month in the 50 range. The overall market down almost 6% today. Bitcoin at 25,711, Ethereum at 1744, BNB at 238, XRP 49 cents, Dogecoin 5 cents, Cardano 24 cents, Tron 6 cents, and Solana 14.86. And the top coins today to get at a significant discount that are also the best coins based on AI would be Phantom, Caspa, Cosmos Hub, Unified Protocol, and 1inch. And you can check out Tokenmetrics for yourself. There is a free trial down in the description. Now, Bitcoin today having a massive red candle today, kind of sitting in the middle of that candle at the point, bounced off of that $25,000 bottom once again. And as you can see, Bitcoin is getting very, very close to this wedge right here, which is the bottom of this shorter term downtrend with this long term since December uptrend that Bitcoin has been in. At this point, if Bitcoin were to break below about 25.2, it would break below that uptrend, nullifying a multi-month uptrend. But you have to stay tuned to find out exactly why what is happening right now is kind of So, before we get into it, what's the real reason? Well, more bad news for exchanges in the US. Crypto.com suspends US institutional exchange service. This could be causing some fear, particularly after we had previous news of stuff like Binance US suspending deposits, crypto, Coinbase lawsuits, all of these things. People are just scared. When that happens, markets start moving, especially when there's very little liquidity in the markets, and it causes liquidations galore. How much? Well, if we take a look in the past 24 hours, $375 million of liquidations. That's a lot. That's because people aren't buying spot. They are going long or short on leverage, and that causes them to get liquidated. And further, they have to cover their positions, further moving the market. Now, was this a surprise? Probably not. You can see from a couple days ago, or a day ago, Stock Money Lizards was saying current trading range of Bitcoin retested $25,000 not likely, or not unlikely. So basically between 25 and 31, likely for Bitcoin to bounce back and forth in this trading range. We can see the 25,000 has been resistance a few times, and then we broke through it. Could be support. It was already support about a week ago. Support once again now, and we'll kind of have to see how this plays out. As a matter of fact, in combination with the 200-week moving average, this blue line right here, this retest that we just had, Bitcoin remains above the critical 54 RSI level that was mentioned in earlier posts. While crypto remains under fire in the United States, long-term bullish supports hold strong. We can see that on uptrends, this 54 line gets retested many, many times in both 2016, 2017, in 2020, and also right now we have already retested this 54 RSI line once again. Right now, at the current moment, holding strong. As a matter of fact, as scary as it may be, so far everything is completely normal for Bitcoin. Currently, each day is a new data point for non-bubble price data until something fundamentally changes. Estimated cost of production using difficulty hash rate as an interesting level to watch. But as we can see, each day a new data point in the non-bubble data price. This is basically the Bitcoin price right down here in blue, and then we have bubble area when it gets towards the red. But most of Bitcoin's life it spends in this blue territory until it bounces out of that. So each day, even though it's going up and down a little bit, still staying in this blue area, not even as low as it gets. Bitcoin right now, such capitulations are unfortunately difficult to predict. The good news though Capitulations on the weekend are often fake outs. That's great news because it's the weekend and there was a capitulation, but also inverse head and shoulders scenario from January 2023 is still intact. So we have a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, and the projected price for this would be roughly the mid 30s for Bitcoin price, just having a throwback after completing the head and shoulder. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, the difference between a pullback and a trend reversal is something interesting to note. Right now, we are having yet another pullback in Bitcoin's price. Pullbacks continually have higher lows, and as long as we maintain that trend line from December, this would just be another pullback like we saw in previous cycles as opposed to a trend reversal. According to Bitcoin's price momentum oscillator, may have just turned the period color from green to red. Usually the green period lasts 1,100 to 1,500 days. We still have more than 1,000 upcoming days in green. So recently changed from red to green, and we would likely be continuing that for another 1,000 days continuing in green. So that would be good news for that. Also for altcoins, as I mentioned, getting some altcoins at a discount right now when nobody wants them. You can pick them up at exceptional discounts. Alts are experiencing pullbacks. This may be the last major pullback before alt season. May not, but it also may be. As we know, pullbacks and corrections are for buying and accumulation. Major alts below to add bag at good levels. So we can see as we have a pullback in crypto total market cap, could be a great opportunity to stack some alts because there is a huge move coming in the works. Huge move. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't predict direction, but if you take a look at a lot of charts, they would suggest more likely to go up than down. Could be wrong, but a lot of the charts suggest more likely up than down. So if we take a look at the 3-week crypto market cap Bollinger Bands, they have never been tighter. The only time they came close with the tightness where we are seeing right now was right back here in 2020, back before we saw the explosion from below $10,000 to over $70,000. Historic volatility likely on the horizon. When the Bollinger Bands get this close, we have a breakout up or down. Like I said, a lot of things looking like up is the way to go. As a matter of fact, Bitcoin's monthly setup, we have seen this before. The last time was again, right when Bitcoin went from $10,000 to $70,000. Broke through resistance, found support on those levels, and that was basically the beginning of the impulse. Well, look at this. Same exact setup right here could be the beginning of the impulse incoming. And some hopium for those who might be feeling down. This chart shows Bitcoin's price performance since its cycle low. Is this time different? Well, if we take a look, this purple one right now is this cycle. We have the first cycle in orange, the second in red, the third in blue, the fourth in green. This one right here in purple, pretty much no different than any previous cycle. We're on the low side, but hey, still well within the normal range to just hang on and ride it out, and that would be the end of that. So thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, push that like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.